Regardless of what you think of Assassin's Creed Shadows, the one thing Ubisoft is dedicated to is playing your games on the cloud. So if you own the game with Ubisoft Plus or you bought it separately on the Xbox Store, you can play the game on the cloud on any compatible device as long as you have an Xbox Game Pass Ultimate account. So how does the game play on devices other than the Xbox? Well, let's find out. Yes, you heard right. We're going to cover how the game runs on devices other than the Xbox, because playing your own games on Xbox Cloud isn't available on the Xbox or the PC app yet. This is most likely because users can play on these devices already by downloading the game. This is all in line with Microsoft's "This is an Xbox" campaign. They want to make sure that other devices can stream the game first. Also remember to sync your Xbox account on your Ubisoft account so things sync to your Ubisoft account when playing. So how do you play the game on PC if it isn't available through the app? You're going to have to play it through the browser, specifically Chrome, Safari, or Microsoft Edge. This game also supports mouse and keyboard on Mac and PC when using Edge or Chrome browsers. By hitting the Xbox button on your controller or hitting F9 on your keyboard, you can activate your streaming stats by going to the Settings cog, then select Streaming and enable it here. You'll see your streaming stats at the top. Microsoft has specifically designed Xbox server blades that mimic the performance of an Xbox Series S. You'll notice that this game streams the game at 1080p and 30 FPS just like the Series S version. Yes, this game is very demanding. Now for those wondering if you will have a good response time, especially when you're in combat, this is where your ping comes in. This is basically the delay caused by the distance from the server you are playing on. Anything from 0 to 20 milliseconds is fantastic. 20 to 40 milliseconds is okay and you should respond decently fast. But if your ping is 40 milliseconds or higher, you're going to have controller response time issues. This means you're pretty far from the data center you're playing on. Another thing that will add to your latency and response time is this decode time. The device you're playing on has to work to decode your gameplay video. And since I have a pretty powerful PC, it only takes my PC 0.3 milliseconds to decode the video signal, which is very fast. The jitter and packet loss have to do with the stream and your device's connection to the internet. You're going to want these numbers as close to 0 as possible, but usually you'll get these when you're on a bad network or using Wi-Fi with an inconsistent connection. I'm on a wired Ethernet connection, so my signal is very good. But if you're on Wi-Fi, I recommend a 5 GHz connection with at least 30 megabits per second download speed. Now, if you're planning to play on a TV like a Samsung TV through the Samsung Gaming Hub, or with an Amazon Fire TV stick, you'll notice that the layout is very similar to playing on your Mac, PC, or Chromebook browser. Game performance will also be the same. Max 1080p stream at only 30 FPS. And for those wondering if your response time will be any different, it might. That's going to depend on the type of your TV and your internet connection. Generally, the newer the better. Same with an Amazon Fire TV stick. The newer the version, the better. Now why is that? Well, this is where the decode time comes into play again. Note that it's much higher than it is when I was playing on my PC. My jitter is generally higher too since my TV or Fire TV stick is on Wi-Fi. So as you can see, all of these things play a factor when it comes to response time on Xbox Cloud Gaming, or any cloud gaming platform in that sense. Every device can be different even in your own house on the same network. This might hinder your response time when it comes to parrying and timing attacks well. Everyone's experience will be different. I got really similar results playing on my iPhone as I did on the browser, just in a much smaller form, along with a smaller resolution. Are you seeing what Microsoft is trying to do? They're trying to make the experience the same for any device that can stream the game. Now, I do recommend a backbone controller if you're on iPhone. If you're on Android, I recommend the Razer Kishi. Links for both of these are in the description. You can also use a Bluetooth controller like an Xbox controller, or even a PlayStation controller if your device can pair with it. And even on mobile with the stats on, you can see the difference in ping, decode, and jitter. All of these stats can add to your overall latency.
I'm getting better.
Overall, the performance and streaming of Assassin's Creed Shadows on Xbox Cloud Gaming was pretty decent. And really, the takeaway from all this is that your experience streaming the game will be different for everyone on different devices. Basically, the same findings can go for every game on the platform. Let us know your experience of Assassin's Creed Shadows on Xbox Cloud Gaming in the comments below. And if you'd like this overview of Assassin's Creed Shadows on Xbox Cloud, Xbox Play Anywhere, give us a like. Also, make sure to join as a member of the channel or join our Patreon and our Discord links below. And above all else, make sure to subscribe to keep it locked right here at the only place we can do battle in gaming heaven, Cloud Gaming Battle.